All right, everybody, welcome to our Team Dare to Dream, Determination Nation team call. This is you can either look at it as the last call of May or the first call of June. We will let it serve as either way. But we have a lot to cover, and we have grab bag. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm a little nervous because I kind of like to be prepared what I'm going to say. So yes, we have seen the questions, but we haven't processing. We may need some help from some of you. But first off, I'm going to take just a few minutes to just remind you, you still have a few hours to hit Success Club. Jen, would you like to discuss how you hit Success Club this month?
I was down to the last minute, and you know, you have those months where it's just dragging, and you have people saying they're going to commit, I have people from last month that said they were going to commit this month that still didn't commit. So I luckily, thank God, had people interested in the 21-day fix, which is on sale now today. It went on sale about 3 this afternoon or something like that. I kept checking. So I just messaged those people right away. I mean, I knew one girl was going to sign up today anyways, but the second person, I was just on it. And I said, today is your lucky day. Like, you just make it exciting, and, you know, you let them know this is their last chance to get into your challenge group today. Just show them a little bit of urgency, but excitement. So that was how I was able to do it today. I mean, sad to say, but I had 2 points as of this morning.
But the reason she hit it is because she continued to work all month long. She didn't give up. She didn't get discouraged. She knew that consistency with her activities. So we still have a few hours left of May. It ends. The month ends. The Success Club month ends at midnight Eastern time, 11 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time, and I don't know what time it is in Canada, but time zone conversion, you guys can figure it out, own your business, but you still have a few hours. So that 21-day fix challenge pack, if that's something that you can just message every single person you ever talked to about that, just let them know, hey, it's on sale now. You know, make it be a big deal. You don't have to tell them it's going to be all on sale the whole entire month of June. You can tell them that tomorrow if they don't order today. But anyway, so that's that. But that's enough for me. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to be done with May. I'm so excited for June. I'm just like, let's go. There's a lot going on. I just want to cover a lot of this stuff is in your coach breaking news, which is something you should be looking at every single day. In your Team Beachbody Coach Online Office, right side of your page, breaking news. You should keep on top of that stuff. Don't rely on me and Jen to let you know what's going on. But I will let you know what's going on because there's so much. If you're going to Summit, there's an opportunity to have a special workout with Autumn. So for the top 100 21-day fix and Fix Extreme Challenge Pack sellers, you will earn a spot at the exclusive Country Heat Line Dance with Autumn. Now, you might say, well, how am I going to be one of the top 100? You never know. I would just get busy and start, promoting the heck out of the 21-day fix and throw your name in the hat for that. And you know what? You'll probably do better than you've ever done before. It's just like with the Team Cup Challenge. You always do better than you do in a typical month. But working out with Autumn and that very exclusive 100 people workout would be pretty darn cool. But you must be registered for Summit, obviously, to win that. There's also a Summit party, an 80s theme party if you hit Success Club 10 in May and June. Who's on track for that? Anybody? Kara? Yeah. Whoop, whoop. So, there's always fun parties at Summit, and the cool thing about the parties is even though they are much bigger than they were when I first started going to Summit, they're still a lot smaller than Summit, right? And there's always trainers walking around and corporate walking around, and you just never know who you're going to rub elbows with. There's also a celebrity photo op at Summit for the top 800 Success Club point earners during June. And it's 3 groups. The top 300 diamond and above, the top 300 ruby and below, and the top 200 new coaches since Summit of last year. So if you have signed up between like last August and now, you have a chance to be in that top 200 Success Club point earners. I know we have some coaches on our team that are new coaches since then, and they're hitting like Success Club 8, 10, 12 every single month. So we've got people that could definitely be in the running for that. And I was surprised, there's a Sean T workout at Summit, for the top Success Club runners in May. I've seen those leaderboards, and I was surprised that it wasn't as high as I thought it was going to be in the running. I mean, of course, the top people, they've got like 67 Success Club points, but, the majority of people were kind of in, that I saw in the diamond and above, were kind of in that, 16 to 25, that kind of range. So it wasn't like crazy wild and doable. Yeah, it's not. For anyone that hits Success Club 5 in June, you get invited to a special webcast from Marcus Buckingham. And I am not familiar with him, but I'm sure it's going to be great. He's a top business and personal development speaker. So that's cool. Any coach that hits diamond in June and their sponsor who's going to Summit will get a diamond t-shirt. And I know a couple years ago, I got that when Katie Mitchell hit diamond in that month. And so as her sponsor, I got a t-shirt and she got a t-shirt. So if you're aiming, I know a lot of people originally said they were aiming to hit diamond by June 24th, which would be the deadline. I asked my team, is anybody still trying for that? Or did we just kind of give up? Never give up, right? So that's pretty exciting. Turn up the heat with a sneak peek of Autumn's Country Swing. That will be on June 20th. So anyone that has a Beachbody On Demand membership will be able to work out to that for 24 hours. And then there's a social media. This is all in your breaking news. And then this is really, really, really exciting. There is a summer sale coming up. Sale. Our sales are always a great opportunity to move some volume. And what I mean by that is, it is not that challenge packs don't go on sale, Shakeology doesn't go on sale. Don't get all excited about that. But the workout programs and equipment, they go on sale, and it's a great way to kind of get people interested in what we're doing, follow up with people that you talked to that didn't have the money to do something before. And for you, let me just say it right now, it's a great way for you as coaches to add a lot of stuff to your library as well as to your prize closet. So like, I think in the past I might have picked up like, my husband's like, why do we have 5 sets of Brazil butt lift? Well, because it was on sale for like $15, $12, and I got it for prizes to give out to people. So keep in mind that things do sell out. So if coaches, you want to get yours in there first, really. I mean, as soon as the items go on sale, the most popular things will start selling out. So it says here, most popular programs include Insanity, Turbo Fire, all sells out. Les Mills Combat, mute yourself, Beachbody Fuel Shot, etc. And this is one that I just got down the pipe. Launching in early 2017, Beachbody is teaming up with an apparel company to create their own line of fitness apparel and shoes to be sold in retail stores.
Excellent.
This is really exciting because it's a great way to get the Beachbody name out. This is about brand recognition. We are wanting to position ourselves as the premier brand in fitness and health. So think about it. We have the infomercials, we have the nutrition, we have the fitness, we got the Beachbody On Demand, getting in stores. We're on Amazon, yes, and you say, why? That's competing with us. Well, it's brand recognition. If you're, so there's a lot of things we could go into with that, but every time somebody's able to see the Beachbody name and the Beachbody products, it's good for the whole company as a whole. And what we want to keep in mind is we want this company to be around for a really long time. Because I don't know about you, but I'm planning to, I'll say retire with this company, but I don't know that I'll ever retire because this is too much fun. But I plan to have this be my retirement. You know, this is gonna, you know, and so I know a lot of you are on that path too. You know, here's just an aside, Silpata Jewelry, which is a MLM company that was started here in Kansas City, is closing their doors. So, you know, they found that the old business model of party selling and especially selling kind of a luxury product, and, you know, that just wasn't as profitable anymore as it used to be. So that's why when you see everybody doing what it's doing, I mean, all our business is online. We continue to build our social networks, you know, with our streaming workouts and things like that. We're continuing to make this company strong so that it can be done, you know, it's not reliant on, you know, things like, you know, parties and things like that. So that's really exciting. Here's some things for your calendar, and we'll put these in our team pages. Save the date, June 2nd. If you saw Jeff Hill jumping on a trampoline anywhere on Facebook recently, this is about this pop-up surge. Now, Carl Deichler, let me just clarify, there's been some talk about him being online at 3 a.m. Pacific time to do the surge. Well, it's not going to be live. He will record that. And the reason we're putting it out there at 3 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Eastern, I don't know what time it is in Canada, is so that we can start sharing that as early as we wake up. So the message is something you want to make sure you share with all of your teams and your customers. It might be something we want to share on our Facebook pages, but be looking for that on June 2nd. June 6th, the summer sale starts. So put that on your calendars, coaches, because as soon as we have information about it, we'll be providing document, you know, like little graphics and things. Here's what you don't want to do. There will inevitably be a graphic that shows all the prices. It'll show, you know, here's all the items that are for sale, and here's coach price and club price and team price and PV points and commission. And, you know, sure enough, I'll post that in Team Dare to Dream, and somebody's going to post that on their Facebook page and say, look, come buy stuff from me. Don't do that. Don't do that. If I see that, I will message you, and so will Jen, because that's so icky. So that's for your information. And as an aside, don't ever share anything from Team Dare to Dream or Determination Nation to your Facebook page. I saw that happen to something I put in Team Dare to Dream. I saw it shared. Stuff that's in Team Dare to Dream is not to be shared out of it unless it's like we said, we have transformations. Then you copy and paste out onto your public page. But things like where we're announcing specials and, you know, challenge pack specials and stuff like that, that's not to be shared. And really that stuff's not to be copied because it's salesy and it's icky and we don't want to do it. Okay, so June 6th, the US summer sale starts. Get your stuff early. You want to be online. You want to be ready. It'll launch. The launch schedule will be announced, but it's not going to all be up all at one time. When we do any kind of a launch of products, it kind of phases up. June 7th, the Canadian summer sale starts, and then June 9th is the last day to get the 3-day refresh on sale. Did you know it was on sale? Yep. $5 off the regular kit, $10 off the complete kit with the Shakeology packets. Challenge packs are not on sale. But that applies to you too. So you need a refresh. Time to get one is before June 9th. Okay, I wanted to also mention we have our new coach chat. You should always check our calendar. Hopefully everybody knows where that is by now. If you don't, type in the comments and somebody will direct you to the proper place. New coach chats will be on June 6th and 20th. So if you are a new coach, I highly recommend you get on those calls. They are two completely different calls. You need to be on both of them. Jen is hosting a power hour to, June 2nd, which is Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And she also has one June 7th. That's on the calendar for the same time, 9 p.m. Central. Tomorrow night, I'm a guest speaker on Mark Canella's call, and it's on my topic of the 5 difference makers. I've done that for you guys before. If you haven't listened to that before, or if you want to listen to it again, then I will post the information for that call. Mark Canella is a coach in Las Vegas, the 5-star dude coach, which I just love speaking on Dude Coach's call. And on June 14th, Mark Canella will be speaking on our call. So put that on your calendars, and then that's kind of all the announcements for June. I'm going to just Team Dare to Dream real quick. We have our team challenge going on in our team page, and how can you help us be successful? Because I think this is going to be a great opportunity to help our customers see what our coaching community is all about. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them don't just decide it's a pretty cool place to hang out, and come June 30th, they don't want to be removed. And you know what? The only way not to be removed is to be a coach on our team. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity to welcome some new coaches to our team. So how can you be successful? Upload your transformation pictures. There's an album in our team page called Transformations. Upload your pictures there so we can always go there to grab pictures. Put a caption that it was 21 Day Fix or Insanity Max 30. And I also created an album called Food and Menus. We really, really need to share whatever we have on resources, because customers are always wanting for new ideas on 21 Day Fix meal planning or 22-minute hardcore. If you could share those into that folder, then we can all take advantage of that. I share mine with you. There's nothing, proprietary. We don't need to be, I hope nobody feels territorial about their stuff, because put your logo on it, do whatever you want. We'll give you credit for it. But, if we can help each other, that would be awesome. Participate. We're doing a lot of new things in our team page. We've got some, like today was Transformation Tuesday. Did you see that pretty graphic? Every day we're going to have a theme for our page. And so participate in those, and then take care of your peeps. So if you have people that you've invited into our page for this month, make sure you take care of them, okay? I'm not here to take care of them. Gabriel's not here to take care of them. Corey's not. We're taking care of our peeps. Make sure you take care of your peeps. And a lot of time that means you're private messaging them and saying, hey, are you doing okay? Are you keeping up? Make sure they're not lost. Make sure they're not overwhelmed. And, stay in touch with them. Jen, did you have any special announcements for your group?
No, just that we're gonna do another business app. We're gonna try the Facebook event since we did the webinar last month. So that's already up on the calendar. So just take a peek, and I'll mention it again in our team page.
Yep, and we'll have a biz up next week. All right, yep. So without further ado, we're gonna set a timer. Jen, you want to set the timer?
Sure. Okay.
And we'll draw the first question. Contributed from Chantel. Organization. I know everyone's method works for them, but I need to be able to organize my business better. I've looked on YouTube and seen videos about having a Beachbody binder, using a 5-tab notebook, using Streak, etc. Right now, I see everything I find in a notebook or in a Beachbody folder on my computer. What do you recommend for organization? Jen, you're way more organized than me.
Okay. Well, I have a few minutes to answer this. So, like you said at the beginning of your question, everybody does have their own way and their own preference. So in the beginning, when I was trying to figure out how to organize stuff, I did have to dabble. I tried the notebook with the tabs. I tried the little card box with the indexes. I tried a whiteboard. I tried many different things myself until I went back to the same thing that I always found that was comfortable for me, which is a notebook. And I would, set up 1 page or 2 pages per month, and I would just keep track of everything on pen and paper notebook. But I'm really organized on the computer, and I think that is really helpful when you don't have to repeat, creating things all the time. You can grab and go. So what I'm talking about mostly is documents where you have like verbiage for upcoming challenge group invites, or when you want to invite to a business op on your page and you've created a beautiful picture and you have language, so you don't have to constantly recreate the wheel there. So I use Google Drive and I upload a lot of my pictures there. When I use it, I put it up, I create a folder for business opportunity or inviting or challenge group posts. And then you just constantly have an ongoing document for your challenge group posts or your business opportunity invites or your challenge group invite. This way you're just grabbing and going, and you can access it from anywhere, your phone, your tablet, your computer. It's easy access. So for tracking people, I use pen and paper, but for tracking documents, I really recommend Google Drive or Dropbox or something that has a good amount of storage space that if your computer crashed, you'd have somewhere to go to and you wouldn't lose everything. So that's what I recommend. Try a couple different things. I think there was another question related to automated systems like ACEO and TeamZ. I mean, I had to do a lot of research on these things and just try it. Try it for a month. If it doesn't work out, a lot of times you can do a free week or a free month. And if you don't like the feel of it, then don't stick with it. You have to obviously find something that you can work with and that you're comfortable using and that you will use. That's key. And tracking is key. That's a really, it's a big, important question.
Yeah, I've probably spent more time trying to get organized than I have trying to get my work done. And I think what Jen said is absolutely right. We all have our preference. And I've tried using, Asana. I've tried using Excel spreadsheets to track my customers and things like that. And, at the end of the day, I like my whiteboard. I like, my notebook. Right now, this year, I have one notebook. And I write everything in that notebook. I write notes from calls. I write, keep lists of who's interested in my challenge groups. I keep lists of the coaches that I'm working with to get to Emerald. Yes, I have some of your names on my list. I don't know if you know that, but you are. And, I just started keeping everything in one notebook. Last year, I had like 5 notebooks. And so that was not very organized. But as far as the systems go, like TeamZ and Streak, my best advice is to go ahead and YouTube those. Brooke Lipkoff, Brooke, BROOKELIPKOFF, has a ton of videos on YouTube about using Streak, which is a free contact management type of thing that actually integrates with Google and Facebook and a lot of other things. There's Google or YouTube on TeamZ, which was created by a Beachbody coach that does have a cost associated with it. The way you want to organize your day, I think, is have your Power Hour activity list. If you sit down and you're worried about time management and you're trying to figure out what to do first, have your list. And then like Jen says, have a place. Have your list, have a place. Whether it's on Google, a notebook, see, that wouldn't be my thing. That's way too much work to print off and all that. But, right. I keep my stuff on a Google Drive too. And I try to create folders so that if I'm looking for something about a new coach training, then I've got a new coach training. I've got 21 Day Fix Challenge Group. I've got Clean Eating Challenge Group, and it's all there. Are we out of time on that?
Almost.
Anybody have
I keep.
Oh, go ahead.
We have 5. No, I was just gonna say I still keep a daily Power Hour list tucked in my notebook just to make sure. Okay, move on.
Okay. Next question is from Maria. How do I find out if if a team name is taken, and how do you create a group page for your team or turn your like page into your team page? I don't think we'll need 5 minutes for this, but to find out if your team name is taken, there is no reference. There is no trademarked list of team names. So, my team name is got like 2 other big teams have my name. And I think one of them actually changed to something different. And I may someday too. I don't know. I love our team name because it means something to me. But there's really no good way to find out if a team name is taken. And then turning your group, do you create a group page for your team or turn your like page into a team page? I would never turn my like page into a team page. That's a public page. Your team page for your coaches needs to be a private group. because you discuss private things in there. And sometimes you may need to give your coaches a little dose of tough love that you may not want everybody in the whole entire Facebook network to see. Other times, you may be sharing personal stories. So create a private group. Our group is secret. I think Jen's yours is private. The only thing with the secret is it's not searchable. So nobody can search for Team Dare to Dream and find it. Right?
And the only thing I would like to add to that is that if you are curious if somebody else has that team name, then obviously Google it, because something will pop up. And you can also go to godaddy.com and just see if, www.teamdaretodream.com is free or something like that, because those might just give you little ideas on if something is taken or not. But otherwise, like Deb said, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicole.
Next question.
Nicole. This is talking about prospects. When they say they want details, you send an email, ask their fitness goals, and then you get crickets. Then you follow up a few days later asking them their thoughts on the email, and you get no response. And you wait a couple more days and then go with the final message and still get no response. I'm stumped, and then I start all over again. Sounds like like everybody, right?
It's very normal.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give my thoughts and then I'll let Jen go. Obviously when somebody wants more information, this is just FYI, you always start with asking them for more information. And that may seem a little weird, but the wrong way to answer, hey, I'd like more information about that is, oh, great, let me tell you all about it. And then you give them 3 paragraphs of information about Shakeology and the 21-day fix and the meal plan, and it's 30 minutes a day, and it has 7 workouts, and you use this, and you do this and this. Nobody's going to read that ever. You wouldn't read it, and nobody else would. So the right way to answer yeah, I'd like more info is, oh, great, I can't wait to share this with you. Would you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for in regards to your fitness program? Something like that. The more they talk, the better it is for you. So that's step 1. So now they've told, so here's what happens to me sometimes. They'll say, yeah, I'd like more information. Yeah, I saw your thing, I'm really excited. Or maybe they'll have liked my post. And so then I send them a message and says, hey, Susie, I saw you liked my post about my summer shred. Are you looking to tackle some fit goals this summer? And she'll come back and say, yeah, I really am. I'd like to lose some weight. And I say, oh, great. Well, before I tell you more about the challenge, would you be willing to share more with me about your fitness goals? How much weight do you want to lose? Do you want to do toning? Are you doing anything currently? And then she doesn't answer ever again, right? I've told you my process for handling that. If she doesn't see the message, I will send another message, like maybe a couple days later, saying, hey, Susie, are you still there? Remember, not everybody's on Facebook Messenger. They don't, that if you're not on Facebook Messenger, the only way you can see a Facebook message is when you're on your computer in Facebook. Versus if you're on Messenger, like we are, you get notifications on your phone, right? So not everybody's on Facebook Messenger. If she still doesn't respond, and if we had a good first conversation where she was like, yeah, I'm going on a cruise and I'm really excited, then I might go to her Facebook page and I'll look at what she's been posting about, and I'll find a picture that I can comment on. Even if sometimes I have to really stretch, it might just be like a link that she shared. I'm like, oh, that is so true. That is the funniest thing ever. Oh, by the way, Susie, did you see my message I sent you? And guess what? Sometimes Susie can come back and say, oh, no, I didn't. I'll go check right now, because she's not on Facebook Messenger. If she saw the post and didn't respond, I'll do the same thing. Hey, Susie, are you still there? Because maybe she was busy with graduation parties all weekend and she saw it, but she forgot to respond. If they still don't respond after a couple of those, I do my final, hey, I don't want to be a pain. I know you're really excited about getting ready for your summer cruise. Can I help you? Are you still interested? I'll ask a direct question. And I want to leave it so that they can tell me no. So I might say, are you still wanting to get started with me, or did you decide to do something else? That's a really good question, because they most likely didn't decide to do anything else. And if you start out with, I don't want to be a pain, 9 times out of 10, they'll respond. But if they don't, move on until the next time. Then you come back around on your inviting circle and their name pops up again, and you're like, hey, Susie, how was that summer cruise? Did you have whatever? Restart the relationship over again. Jen, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I use a lot of the same responses. I just want to say, don't take it personal. Like Deb brought up a great point that they're not as Facebook savvy or on top of messages as we are. Obviously, we do this for work, or business, so we're used to it. So don't take it personal if they don't respond and you hear crickets. So ask some of those good questions. And also, oh gosh, write down my thoughts as you're talking, because then I lose it and I'm like, what was I gonna say? A lot of times I was just doing my follow-ups today, obviously, to hit Success Club, and I saw all these messages, my initial messages, that they don't even respond once to. And that's just part of what we do. That's just part of the process. And it's planting seeds, it's saying hello, it's building relationships, and it's okay if they don't respond. Not everybody is comfortable with it. And so you can always, do a couple of follow-ups, like Deb said, but then just move forward. And never put your eggs all in one basket type of thing.
Yeah, my goal, I somehow along the way somewhere developed this mentality that I want to find a way to get them to respond. Because we all know we hate a non-response better than a no or a not now. We just rather no. And so that's when I started using the I don't want to be a pain. Because I thought, I really would like for them to just tell me, if you don't want to do it, just tell me. And I thought, gosh, but I feel like such a pain. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to tell them that. So I really try to be just real and be me. And if I'm feeling something, I try to just tell them. Of course, I don't tell them, I'm so frustrated because you aren't responding and you keep seeing my message. I don't tell them that. But you know what I'm saying? I just try to be honest. And then I try to, I've tried to over time figure out what can I ask or say to make them want to respond to me. So even if it's making it okay for them to tell you, my battery in my car died and I have to put that money towards fixing my car now. Hey, are you still wanting to do this? I don't want to be a pain, but I know you really were excited about this. Did something come up and did your plans change? I mean, you want to try to think of what it is you can ask them that would get them to say, because 9 times out of 10, they're not responding because maybe they got busy and forgot, but it's probably because they're afraid to tell you no, or they're embarrassed.
Right.
A lot of times they're embarrassed. I've had people tell me that, I'm just really embarrassed because, we had this financial situation and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, it's totally fine. I always say, you don't ever have to be embarrassed around me. Whatever. So build that relationship. Okay, next question from Greg. What are your opinions about other forms of social media like Instagram and YouTube to attract people? Maybe more than a 5-minute answer, but we'll give it our best shot. Jen, you want to go for it?
I have always learned and followed the thought process that you should be on one platform and really master it and dive into it. And if you feel comfortable, like you have mastered it, then go ahead and learn to master another one, because there's a lot of differences in these social media platforms. I do have Twitter. My Facebook is linked there, so I have stuff going there all the time, and I have a handful of followers. I do have Instagram. I like it because I can put creative pictures out and use fun hashtags, and it's fun. But Facebook is my main platform. It always has been from the get-go, and there's still so much to learn about it. Once I really started working on my business seriously, I did open a Facebook like page, which I feel like everybody should have, because God forbid you get cut off from your personal page from like friend requesting or, whatever the case may be. You're building a business page already. That one definitely takes, some effort, maybe a little bit of spend, things like that. But as far as running them all really well, it's kind of hard unless you have a lot of time and you have to learn a lot about each of them to do it effectively. So I feel like pick one that you really feel comfortable on and just start diving into it and being very consistent there and mastering it.
I agree. I would recommend the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk, and I recommend it for a number of reasons, but Gary's going to be our keynote speaker at Summit, so you really should be familiar with his work. But that talks about all the different social mediums and what their purpose is, what they're best used for. I used Facebook exclusively for the first 2 to 3 years of my business. I got to the point where I felt like I was kind of like running up against the same stuff with the same people, and I know some of you are telling me that already. So then I opened my like page, like Jen said, and you know, that opened up a whole new avenue of stuff for me. But you know, going from Facebook profile page to like page, like Jen said, a like page is not a field of dreams. It is not a open a like page and they will come. It requires work and it requires money. You know, you don't get likes and followers on your like page for free. Facebook is a business. That's how they make money, and they've learned that. When I first started my like page, maybe I got some organic following, but that's so always maximize your existing contacts on your Facebook page. Always maximize and continue to add new friends to your Facebook page. I believe that it's good to have a presence on other social mediums. So I've had a presence on YouTube from the get-go, from like early on in my coaching career. And that's where I would put, you know, reviews. I would do a review of each new workout program. I could post videos of my workouts. And over time, I've gotten followers and I've gotten some business from my YouTube channel, but I don't actively use it to go out and find business. Twitter, I've had that, but I do nothing with Twitter. You know, it's just not my bag. And it's actually, according to Gary Vee, kind of on the decline. Instagram is definitely on the rise. But again, I've been on Instagram for a while. I kind of go in and out of working it. It just takes time to build these things. And you have to know how to build relationships on them. It's different. So listen to Gary Vee's book. Read Jab, 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 Right Hook, and also I'm listening to Ask Gary Vee, his newest book, on audio. And he gets questions just like this. It's like people are just asking him questions, and he talks a lot about different social medias. Like, why would you use Instagram? How is it different to build a relationship on Instagram versus Facebook? So just do your research, master one, have that be your main playground. And then, you know, but again, a presence on YouTube, on Instagram. Pinterest is really big. I mean, Gary's really bullish on Pinterest. I haven't mastered Pinterest yet, but he's also big on Snapchat. Which I don't get at all. Oh, I see my daughter all the time going, like, really? That's all you do on Snapchat is? I don't get it. I don't get how that builds business. But there's lots to learn. Yeah. One more question.
And YouTube. I've put a lot of videos on YouTube as well over the years, but I use it as a tool to, you know, just send things to people of my own personal content. So, and also for the team. Yeah.
That's the biggest reason why I started doing it, was so that I could send, when somebody said, what's insanity like, I could send them my review of Insanity.
Yeah.
Okay, final question.
One more question.
This is from Kara Lashway. What was the first step you took when starting to grow your business? I don't know if that's a 5-minute answer, but a first step. I'm going to answer first because somebody else asked the question, which I told you all not to ask, and it goes to this. How do you start off your business as a successful coach? That is not a 5-minute answer, but my 1-minute answer to this question and what's the first step is to do what you are told. Determination Nation, Team Dare to Dream, you know, Gabriel, I see Kara, all of you guys with your own team pages. We all have this start here. We give you the start here. Tell you what to do first. If you don't know where that is on Team Dare to Dream, comment in the chat and hopefully somebody will tell you, because I've been promoting it out the wazoo of late. But follow directions. Don't go out of order. Don't jump around. follow directions. And when you get done with those directions and you don't have your next step, then ask. Okay, I've done all that. Then go to the next step and seek out that next step. But I see so many coaches that are trying to figure this out without studying, like going to college. Your professor, gives you work. He gives you notes. He does lectures, just like we're doing now. He gives you handouts. We give you all that. And then you take the test, which is you go out and you do what we ask you to do. You can't expect to go out and do what you need to do if you haven't done the behind the work. And I really believe that we give all that to you. So that's my heartfelt answer to that question. Anybody else?
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, Deb, because I thought back 5-6 years ago when I was a new coach, and I remember I could not get enough of Hillary Kelly at the time. It was like I just wanted to know everything she did. And I wanted to be part of every training and every team call. And I would be there with my notebook, pages of notes. And I would just be soaking it all in, because you're right. I mean, you become a coach and you're like, okay, what do I do? How do I get started? And training and learning and hearing from successful coaches is like my number one tip. When we share on these team calls, we're not sharing these things for no reason or for, to be mean and say, well, are you doing this? Are you doing that? We're doing it because this is what we do. And so we want to share with you what to do. Obviously being part of a challenge group or being, working on your own, workout program and drinking Shakeology, all that stuff in the beginning really does matter. But besides that, to learn the ins and outs of your business, like Deb said, get with your coach and do the steps of training necessary and get on these calls, because lots of valuable tips are shared here.
I thank you guys for the questions. I'm going to keep the grab bag, and if you liked this, we'll just keep adding to this, and maybe we'll do some like one-offs where we just record some answers to questions just to give you additional content. But I'm going to stop the recording, and for those of you that took the time to get on here live, we will open it up to some additional questions and answers.